Hello everyone, my name is Mego.
Hello, my name is Thomas.
Hello, guys. My name is Jordan, and oh my goodness, AI has just taken the world by storm. I just came to the United States all the way from Japan, and it's crazy just everywhere I turn how much AI has quite literally weaved itself into the fabrics of not only my life, but probably the lives of millions of people around the world. And I promise you, half of you don't even realize it. That's like the crazy part, right? And a lot of people think that AI is going to take over the world and AI is going to take your jobs and it's going to, make everybody like robots and we're all not going to be out of jobs. But in reality, that's not true, right? A lot of fear mongering tactics and a lot of exaggeration, right, really creates that kind of false, that how do you say that false claim, like that false sense of danger. And I just want to be here to give you guys not only the truth, but I want to go ahead and tell you guys just how useful AI is, especially in the age of technology, as technology is growing exponentially, right? Not just in a linear format, but it's growing and changing our lives every single day. Why does this matter to me? Why am I up here yapping about AI and whatnot? As someone who's studying cybersecurity technology and somebody who's a member of the active duty service military, you know, even seeing AI weave into my life, it has helped me become a better coach, a better mentor, a better teacher. I would even say it helped me become a better student, and even in some cases, a better businessman as I'm inspiring to open my own business. But let's get into the nitty gritty, what we all got here for, right? So AI is everywhere, like I said, but I want to go ahead and start with like where AI probably has the most impact in my heart. And I would say that, like, being able to improve our healthcare and our ability to improve the lives of doctors and nurses around the world is truly fascinating. And considering they work so hard and they study so much, having AI as a tool to back them up and make their job easier, make them more effective, is kind of like a no-brainer, right? You're pretty much saying, without the use of AI, I want to limit my doctor, make them work harder when they could achieve the same outcome. According to a 2024 study published in the peer-reviewed medical journal, Nature Medicine, researchers found that physicians using AI decision support technology improved their diagnostic accuracy by more than 33%. This shows just how using AI as a tool, right, alongside of the experience and the knowledge that the Medicare professionals have, we're improving the quality of life of everybody, right? You're making your doctor more able to diagnose you, and that also gives them more time on the back end to assist other patients and possibly take more time to learn and advance their careers as well. Another big one for me that really just affected me personally and probably everybody else in this class was just how much time, right, how much time AI saves and how much productivity it increases. Time is one of those currencies that, like, we have, and unlike money that has value, you can never get time back. Whatever you did yesterday, whatever you did a week ago, you can't change that. And having AI kind of turn those mundane tasks and kind of have them automated and make your life faster, more efficient, it gives you more time to do the things you want to do, instead of making a task with AI would only take 5 minutes into maybe an hour 30-minute task. In 2023, a randomized study published in the peer-reviewed Journal of Science, MIT, researchers Shaked Noy and Whitney Zhang found that professionals using ChatGPT completed writing tasks 40% faster and produced work that was 18% higher in quality, right? So if AI can both improve productivity and save you time, it allows us to do more complex, creative, and meaningful tasks. I'll give you an example. So I wouldn't say that I want AI to write an entire essay for me, but if it can help me get my ideas and build an outline for me, that's gonna assist, right? Instead of me having to sit there and kind of just map out the outline myself. It's just helping automate some of those tasks so I can then provide a better product. I don't have to waste so much time on my outline. Instead, if I have AI, I give AI the prompt of, hey, I want these ideas to be put in this format. I can now use that product to then build my final product into something more polished and a lot more improved. Furthermore, right, education, right? So like we just talked about creativity and more time on task. I think education is a big one, seeing that I'm a student in college. Crazy fact, right? Systemic literature review published in 2024 from the Frontiers in Education analyzed 78 studies on AI and personal learning. The researchers found that AI is increasingly being used to create adaptive and personalized learning experiments, particularly in higher education, right? So, as you guys might know, there are people out there that use AI to do their homework for them, and I'm completely against that. I'm here to support the fact that AI is a tool, right? AI, any tool that exists out there can hurt you just as much as it can help you, right? A hammer is just as much dangerous as it is helpful to build a house. And if you look at AI through kind of that perspective, through that lens, it's going to really open up and broaden everything for you. But when you use AI to assist your learning, not to do things for you, but to assist our critical thinking skills and make sure that the learning that we do, because everyone is so different. Some people learn better audibly, visually, some people learn better with a more hands-on interaction. But having AI tweak and personalize these experiences, especially in higher education because they can be so expensive, we are facilitating a more comfortable environment where students can learn without fear of special treatment or without fear of being different. And who wouldn't want that, right? Especially when you're paying for such a high education. One last thing that I want to hit on here is just the global challenges that not all of us are aware to, and environmental changes. Throughout the end of this course, we started talking about a few articles, and the one that stuck with me is Greta Thunberg's climate activist speech, and that actually helped supported this next idea I'm about to get into. So in 2023, an article published in the peer-reviewed journal Science of Total Environment, researchers found that generative AI has potential applications in biology and environmental science, including scientific research, education, communication, and public outreach, right? So AI now has use in the scientific field to help people understand and address complex environmental challenges, right? So if you have a question in about any sciences, AI can help break down some of the most complex topics, because some people don't know about climate change. Some people might not understand about, how dangerous the half-life of certain radioactive material is. Just all of these complex matters can be broken down using AI just because of how much available information is to it. I just want to thank you guys both for being here, and I want you guys to see that, again, when AI is a tool in your toolbox, it can make you a much more better person, and it's going to make our entire generation better as a whole. Thank you guys so much, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Happy August.